How's everybody doing today? Happy hump day. It's Wednesday. Go figure. This week is slipping right away. Before we go too far, I made notes this morning because I've got so much to talk about. And yesterday, on so many levels, was just incredible. In the title, it says huge announcement. And there's a huge announcement. There's a couple on a lot of different fronts. And man, there's so much going on. It's funny, every morning I can't wait to talk to you guys and tell you what's happening, you know? So I'm gonna let everybody kind of get in and get rolling here and we're gonna jump right into it. That breeze is a little tiny bit chillier than I expected. I'll put my hood up here. Everybody still hear me okay? I got my mic on. All right, we're starting to see people roll in. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. Pow! Good morning. Let's start with the biggest, most important thing that happened yesterday, just yesterday. Myself and my friend and partner in crime, Chuck, from OMF Events and the Pier and Limp Lizard, and he's one of my partners in Walleye Fest. We met for the final time with the Chittenango Lions Club, and we hammered out the final details. And we own the Derby. Oh, we own the Derby. The Lions Club Walleye Derby will now forever be changed. We'll continue on. This is the 44th year, which is where we're going to pick up, and we're taking it for 44 more, baby. Maybe not me personally, but so we came to our agreement. We bought everything the Lions Club had, all of their equipment, the mailing lists, everything. So officially, we own the Derby. So we are going to kick ass the first weekend in May every single year from here on out. And like I said yesterday, if opening day falls on a Sunday, then we're doing it the following weekend. It's the first Saturday in May, like it's always been. Like it's always been. That will be our tradition. That has been our tradition here in Central New York. And we will continue that tradition because traditions mean something. So my lucky number is 44. It was the number I wore in high school. This is the 44th year, and we are going to just, knock it out of the park, baby. Out of the park. So, I'm all hopped up on Mountain Dew, champ. I have a list of things. So, that was yesterday afternoon. A lot of great stuff happened yesterday. My good friend, Mike Urema, owner of I1 Blade Baits, or I1 Baits and Bad Boy Blades. You guys all saw some of the things that he hinted to last year with me, and we showed a couple of his new patterns that they were working on. So Mike and our good friend of the channel, who I interviewed when he was here for the BASS Open last summer, Chancey Walters, who owns Crank Wraps. And a lot of you may know Crank Wraps. They make these incredibly detailed, lifelike images that you can get pre-cut, pre-die cut to whatever, excuse me, I got all hopped up here, to whatever crankbait you want to put it on. So Mike and Chancey have known each other for a long time, and they've been working on this deal. And so yesterday, Mike put out his new, what he's calling his live series. And there are 8 new baits. And those 8 baits that you've all been seeing, those are crank wrap stickers that have been die cut just for Mike. And one thing Mike wanted me to tell everybody is, if you want to update any of your old blades, any of your old I1 blades, then Mike will also be selling just the stickers that you can then put on your own blades. So that's pretty cool too. And there is eight different patterns in the live series, and I'm going to tell you what they are. It's baby perch, spot tail shiner, goby, which is going to be one that baby bluegill for those shallow post-spawn walleyes, white crappie, shad, which should be on everybody's rod all fall long, log perch, which is that crazy looking perch I caught down here in the river last year, emerald shiner, which I think Mike said he's going to call minnow. Those are your 8 new patterns. So unbelievable. The detail and the lifelike, as if Bad Boy Blades weren't the best blade in the business anyway. And he has some incredible painters, and they do a lot of great stuff. This is next level, you know, and this is something that I hope the whole walleye belt, and smallmouth for that matter too, I hope the whole walleye belt from east to west and from the southern to the northern get on board with I1 blade baits, because they just catch them all. They catch them all. You guys know I'm a dirty jigger, and one of my favorite things to jig is an I1 blade bait. So, all right, so that's 2 things so far. Number 3, I had a friend of mine forwarded me a Syracuse.com story yesterday. And I had a lot of stuff going on yesterday, and I only looked at it briefly, but I saw the title of it said three pizzerias in New York make list. And I'm like, oh, I know what this is about. So my good friend Paul Messina, and Paul's on here right now, and Paul's watching, and I am gonna jump up and down for Paul for a few minutes, because Paul Messina, who you guys see in the comments, and I want everybody to give him a big round of applause and congratulate him. His pizza place, a Pizza Regionale, was named by, and I forget the guy's name. Paul told me about this last summer, that there is this guy that's what he does. He is the godfather, quote unquote, of pizza, and he goes around and eats pizza all over the country. Great job. And ranks it, literally, in all different categories. Paul, his staff at a Pizza Regionale in our little hometown of Syracuse, New York, was voted the number 99. He made the top 100 for the whole United States. He's number 99 in the country. The level of, there's got to be 10,000, I don't even know how many. There's got to be tens of thousands of pizza places in New York State alone. And he made the top 100 in the country. I've told you guys before, if you've never been to a Pizza Regionale, you owe it to yourself to go and have dinner. Not only is Paul the most incredibly gracious host, who's on the floor working every night and talking to everybody and getting that feedback and coming up with everything that goes on the menu out of his own brain. He hit the top 100 in the country for pizza. Pizza. Everybody has pizza places in their town. Everybody. We got 5 of them in Central Square. He's the top 100 in the country. I can't say that enough. I'm blessed to have made him as a friend this year, last year. And all of us are blessed in Syracuse that we have something of that quality to go and have dinner at. Congratulations, everybody, Paul and your whole staff at a Pizza Regionale. I could not mean that anymore. So that also happened yesterday. And so, again, not everybody knows me personally, I'm born and raised in this area. I grew up in Beeville. I graduated from Central Square. I live in Central Square still on the river. I grew up when I was a kid as a rabid Syracuse University sports fan, especially Syracuse basketball. There's been a lot of years in my life where I've never missed a game, either on TV or on the radio, listening to it. I remember loving the old days when Doug Logan used to call the games. The voice of Syracuse sports, like Doug Logan was the best. The program has fallen on some harder times in the last 10 years. The move to the ACC has not turned out from either side, basketball or football, the way they had intended, other than to make money. We haven't competed at the highest level of our conference like we did year in and year out in the Big East. But last night, the boys up on the hill, they pulled one out. And for the first time this year, when it got tight at the end, they made the right plays, they made smart plays, and they never once gave up. And that NC State team was ranked in the top 20. It's a good team. They had all their people. It wasn't like we beat somebody that was missing their stars or anything like that. The boys took it to them last night, and if they have any hope of making the tournament, the NCAA tournament, they damn near have to win out the regular season, and they really need to go far, if not win it all, in the ACC, in the conference postseason. But last night was their first quad one win of the season, and they have one more chance against a quad one team. Is this Saturday night the Duke game? I haven't even really looked. I heard it mentioned last night that they had Duke Saturday. And I know a couple people that are going to the game Saturday. I just didn't know it was Duke. I don't want to get my hopes up because this team has underperformed for a long time. But they looked good last night. You had double-digit contributions from 5 players. I'm telling you, that kid, the 2 kids on the wings, Brown and Bell, both freshmen. Is it Marquise Brown? That kid knows his way around the basket. He's got a nose for the basket, whether it be offensive, defensive rebounding, or getting his shot up. And he's only about that wide. Like he's not a big kid, unlike the center that North Carolina State rolled out last night. That dude made Charles Barkley look skinny. He was a big boy, but man, he was pretty quick on his feet, and he took up a lot of space. Took Jesse Edwards almost 3/4 of the game to figure out how to score on him and how to defend him. But he was and he got into foul trouble there, big man. So he had to sit out most of the game, and that was huge for us. Jesse Edwards, I love that kid's game. He's got great hands, great footwork. I love seeing these guys throw the lobs and the bounce passes to each other on the break. Syracuse basketball used to be won or lost on the break. The old days of Sherman Douglas and Stevie Thompson, and Sherman Douglas would throw an alley-oop pass from anywhere on the court at any time, and he knew somebody on his team, Derek Coleman, Ronnie Cycli, Stevie Thompson, somebody was going up and getting it and boom, stuffing it. You can tell I love Syracuse basketball. I have cooled in the last 3 or 4 years on all sports and how much I watch them, unlike the old days, for a lot of reasons, mostly political, and so I don't want to get into it, but I love Syracuse basketball. It's near and dear to my heart. I'm a Central New Yorker. I always have been. I always will be. And Syracuse University sports were always number one for me. So huge win last night for the boys up on the hill. Congratulations. And I know my friend Paul is good friends with most of the coaching staff and Adrian Autry and so who knows, maybe one of them will see this little report and congratulations, huge win. I hope we do it again Saturday against whoever we're playing. So yesterday was a big day. Yesterday was a big day. There's still guys out on the ice. I've been talking to Eric Wisniewski. I've been trying to get out with him. I may try to sneak out with him tomorrow morning. I know he is spudding his way around because that ice has got to be honeycombed. I'm out here right now in a hoodie and a t-shirt, and so it's almost 50 degrees already. That east wind's been blowing all night. I talked to a friend of mine that lives here on the river with me, my buddy Mike, who lives right across the river right there. He does have his boat in. It's been in all winter. The river never really locked up. It's an old boat, but I saw him yesterday when I was out here casting off the dock, and I said, how far past the bridge can you get? He goes, well, 2 days ago, you couldn't only get about 100 yards. He goes, today, with that west wind the other night, we could get out. He goes, I could get all the way to the mouth of Big Bay. And he goes, on the south shore, it went almost to Oneida Shores. So I immediately perked up my radar and said, I might go throw the boat in this weekend if it stays like this. Now, I've looked at the long-term weather forecast, and it looks like middle of next week, it goes back cold. Not super cold, but cold. Highs right about freezing during the day and lows, in the teens and 20s overnight. I'm not sure what's going to happen. I don't know. And I pulled the boat back when I did because I was having issues. So I don't know if I'm going to put it back in. I don't know. I don't know. But it's that time of year, and it's the middle of February. Yesterday was the middle of February, and it's going to be 60 degrees today. I can't imagine this is going to last. As a lifelong Central New York resident, I can't imagine we're going to actually go into spring and not ever look back in the middle of February. I just find that hard to believe. If it happens, it happens. There's nothing any of us can do about it. But I don't know. I don't know. Back to the Walleye Fest topic. This is going out to everybody, everybody that's watching this, everybody that knows somebody, everything. If you have any pictures from prior Lions Club derbies, whether you won a prize, whether you caught fish, whatever, if you have pictures from any of the prior 43 derbies, please send them to me or get a hold of me so I can get them from you. Even if they're regular, old school picture, printed picture, you can take a picture of it and send it to me, because the website building is in full force, and I'm trying to get as many old pictures from the Derby as I can possibly get to populate that, so we all know that we're carrying on what has already been laid down before us. So if anybody has pictures from their time on the water during previous derbies, if you've won, if you've went up on the awards ceremony, anything like that, excuse me, let me know. My nose is running. Better go catch it. Because now we're in the push. We got 2 weeks to go until we get ready to start selling tickets and all of that great stuff. So I want to get the website done before we start, and I want to fill it with pictures. There's going to be social media sites set up. I believe Facebook and Instagram. I don't know if my partner's going to do Twitter or not. I think it's just Facebook and Instagram. So we're going to need pictures for that. Anything you guys have, anything you have from previous derbies, picture-wise, please let me know. Please send them to me. If you want to write a little short blurb about what the derby meant to you, it has meant to you over the years, or who you used to fish it with, or, listen, everybody, I love stories about historical stories. I used to fish it with my dad or my grandpa or my brothers or whatever. Send that stuff to me. I still have some ice fishing tackle, some caddy jigs, and some EK jigs, ice fishing jigs. So I'll figure out how many I have, and I'll start giving them away, okay? I'll start giving them away to everybody that sends me pictures from the Derby, okay? Tell everybody, tell all your friends, if you know anybody that's ever won, that's ever placed in the money, get a hold of them and let them know I'm looking for those pictures, okay? I'm looking for those pictures so we can build the website to look like it's been going for 43 years with all those historical pictures. I would love, and I'll tell you, I'll give somebody a special prize for whoever gets the oldest picture to me. 1979 is when we started. I say we. It was when the Derby started, okay? So if anybody has pictures from 1979, I want to see them. I want to see them and I want to show everybody. So if you guys, if anybody has pictures from that far back, let me know. All right, let's do comments. I got 40 people watching. That's so flippin' awesome. I love you guys, man. Gary Walters, Hook and Eyes. Paul Messina, good morning. Don Birdie, good morning. Alex Peer, Rick Mansell, Eric Wisniewski. Eric, give me a quick ice update. I saw you and your son were out there jacking some perch. Aaron, what a crazy weather day. I hear you, brother. Scott Duranda, Scott Tagata, good morning. Hook and Eyes. Headed to Phoenix today to fish the open water near the lock. Great idea. So I live here on the river, and I fished this. I fished this yesterday. About an hour between slow rolling a swim bait on the bottom, and I went up to my neighbor's dock, a couple docks up, and he's got the current kind of comes straight at him in that point. And so I was fishing a blade bait up current, bringing it back to me, and then down current, bringing it back up to me. I didn't do anything. I fished for about an hour, but we got good current. That rock pile right here that's in front of my house should be holding fish at the base of it. I didn't find any yesterday, at least that were willing to bite, but, excuse me, but that will come. With every passing day, they get nearer and nearer. Alex Peer, thank you. Don Birdie, thank you. George Parsons, thank you. Don Terry, no fishing today. I got a small job I'm trying to knock out this week, and I don't have my open water rods yet, and I'm gonna try to sneak out on the ice tomorrow morning, I think. Maybe Don, I'll get a hold of you later. Maybe we can hook up. Paul Messina, fantastic news. Congratulations. Nikolai, where's the ice? I'm not going to say anything about ice anymore because I would never want to have anybody get hurt off something I said. If you go on the ice, please be careful. Please use your best judgment. Please have a spud with you. I saw a post on the internet this morning. I don't know if it was the Diehards page. Somebody said that they were spudding all the way through 5 inches of ice every time. I don't know if that's true or not true, but please be careful. Please be careful. Hoping to do the Derby this year. That's right, Aaron. You better. Hook and Eyes. Congrats, Paul. You have a great product. And I love going to your restaurant. Feels like home every time we ate there. Yeah, it is. And the fact that Paul comes around to every table every night adds that next layer of really being welcome someplace and feeling like not that you're a part of it, but the place that you're bringing your money and your business to really cares that you're there. That to me says a lot. Aaron loves your butt. Almost all the new patterns last night. Look at all these people saying congratulations to Paul. I love that. It is a fantastic achievement. Graduated from Cuse in 06. Love the Cuse. It's on my bucket list to go to a basketball game. Alex, listen, I know So Alex is one of my family members up in the Great White North. They live up in Teresa, and it's no small jaunt to get down here to Syracuse. But Alex, I'm sure we can, if you want to come down, we figure out a game. I'm sure we can get tickets somewheres and go. I used to have season tickets for years when I worked at the beer company, and so I love going to games. Great chicken parm sandwich at Pisa Regionale also. I've never had it. I have the same thing every time I go there. It's so damn good. I have the antipasto salad with those. Anybody had those super soft chips that he sticks in the oven, the pizza oven at like 9 gajillion degrees? Crazy. Paul Messina, thank you so much, everyone. I truly appreciate all the love and support. Hey, brother, that's what we're all here for. We're here to love and support each other and do good things, and that's what this has been. It hasn't quite been a year yet since this is just blown up. You know, April 12th was the day I started this last year, doing the format that has taken off. We've been doing this for 3 years, and this is our 4th year coming up, or that we're in right now. But it's been an incredible year, and it's only getting better. I'm gonna read you guys rumble seats. Bob's wife, and I don't remember her name, even though I met her at the Double Live event. She must be a saint or never reads these comments, because Bob says, I took the wife ice fishing. I was all comfy and warm while catching perch inside my shanty. She started complaining how she was freezing. I told her, okay, you can come in now, but no talking this time. Who can imagine their wife peeking in the zipper of the side of the shanty? Can I come in now? I love it. I love it. Courtney K, the love of my life. Well deserved, Paul. Congratulations. That's right. Jim Hagler, good morning. You able to get our email from here to send out info for walleye? No, Aaron. I have a link in the description of all the videos here lately, and I'll have one in this morning where you can sign up for the mailing list. And I'm sending out the first email by the weekend for everybody to get things going and let people know where we stand. So get on that mailing list. Any fin is possible. Good morning. Don Birdie, on my way to Mike's today. Got to stop at the bank first. Even before all that, even before all these 8 new hot colors, I could never go into Mike's place without, I just bring $100. I walk in the door and I just say, here's my 100. How many can I have? So I haven't even got there yet. I hope that he saved me a set, one of each to get going, but I know there'll be more. Just awesome though. Love it. Bill Morey got here in the nick of time. Guess I'll have to rewatch yeah, right. Later. Yes. Billy, I'll see you at the boat show Friday night. I'm gonna come over and I'm gonna walk around every boat in the place and get up on top of it and jump on the seats and turn the wheel and honk the horn and push every button I can figure out how to push, and just to see what happens. So I can't wait to come see you and meet your buddy at Owasco and look at all his great boats and drool a little bit. And again, my wife says that she has her checkbook ready when we go Friday night, and she said, listen, your birthday's coming and I want to buy you a new boat. And I'm like, oh, honey, you don't have to do that. She goes, no, I insist. How can you say no to that? I can't. She's so wonderful. Sending you pictures of the first tagged fish. Right on. See you Friday. caught in the Derby and a video Lakeside posted. Yes, yes, that's the kind of stuff we need. I need as much of it as possible. Also, to all of my charter friends out there from Oneida Lake, and I don't care where you are the rest of the season, to all my friends who are charters that legally fish and take clients on Oneida Lake, please get a hold of me for something on the side. I've got something going for Walleye Fest. I need as many charters as possible. So all of you that run charters, Sean Kennedy, I already know Buffa, all you guys, tell your friends, because one of the pages on the website is going to be charters. And we're going to go so far as to put an available for that weekend button or box. My wife's making comments. I think she's been, and so I just do not pay attention to that woman unless she says she's buying me a boat, and then pay attention. Other than that, so we're going to do everything in our power, and I say we, meaning the Derby, to get people to buy tickets and to get out there and go fishing, even if they've never done it, if they don't have a boat, if they don't have a rod, anything. So that's why I need all of the help from my charter community. And if you're not booked yet for the weekend of the 6th and 7th, then you especially need to get a hold of me quickly, because I don't want to say I guarantee anything, but I can guarantee that as soon as we put all this out, anybody that's available that wants to fish that weekend with clients is going to be able to book it. Especially if we put up that little box of available for that weekend. Even if you're not available and you want to get on that listing page as a Oneida Lake charter, offering charters on Oneida Lake, then you can do it, and it's free to all of my charter friends. So that listing is free, and we're trying to make this as open and welcome to everybody as we possibly can, because we have 4,500 plus tickets to sell. 4,500 is the number we have to get to. If we get to 4,500 people, that means that we're going to have $45,000 in prize money. Listen to that for a second. $45,000 split between the top 25 places. We have pins on order. We have, I don't want to say there's going to be something free with ticket purchase. We have, I can't even go into it all right now. We'll do a separate show later this week on everything. There's so much great stuff. I want everybody to be a part of it. My phone's blowing up already with people sending me pictures and stuff from previous derbies. So I love that. I love you guys. It's hump day. I'm not going to tell you to go hump anything or anybody, but it's hump day. The weekend's in sight. I'm not sure where we're going this weekend, but the weekend's in sight. Boat shows this weekend at the fairgrounds. Car shows this weekend at the On Center. I'm going to both of them because I need a boat and a truck. So I'm going to both of them. We'll see what happens. Love you guys, love you guys, love you guys. And I love the comments. Leaving us hanging. No, buddy, I'm not. I'll see you guys tomorrow. You guys can always get a hold of me on DM through Facebook and Messenger. Send me all those pictures. Man, let's get ready. Let's get ready to rumble. Have a great day. Keep your tip up.